Dutchman versus Penny Dreadful.
Hi, I'm a Dutch person on the internet and I really like Penny Dreadful, with the last series finale being the series finale. Okay, so if you don't know Penny Dreadful gets its name from these little booklets they sold back in the day around in England. We paid a penny and they contained dreadful stories. The series itself, which I've been seeing through Sky, stars Timothy Dalton, Evergreen, Josh Barnett, Michael Kinner. I'm horrible with names, but I'm surprised to get so many right at the moment. It's your classic literature characters. It's your Abraham Van Helsings, your Dr. Frankensteins, your Dorian Grays, and I am just such a fucking sucker for crossing these things over. You know, making them interact. It's like, it's my version of like if Batman met Superman for the first time. It's how it feels to me. I am a big fat nerd. You can see, like, huge, big. I am the bigliest. Like I said, Penny Dreadful had 3 series of 10 episodes each, and the main star is Evergreen. If you don't know Evergreen, like, under which rock have you been living? She starred in Casino Royale, she starred in 300 Rise of an Empire, or whatever, something Empire. But this has been, Christ, this has been a powerful series for her. It's showing some serious acting chops. And one of my favourite James Bonds, Timothy Dalton, you know, the one who could talk like this. No, I can't do his voice. On your knees, mankind.
On your knees, mankind.
If you don't know Timothy Dalton, okay, why are we even talking at the moment? So the series starts off with, you know, Timothy Dalton's character trying to find his daughter, and I'm not going to spoil everything else, but as a whole, such a satisfying run from the first series, from start to finish, because his daughter is Mina Harker. Yeah, Mina Harker from Dracula. And everything else is just, I can't stop gushing about this. To date, Dr. Frankenstein's arc in the first series, as you believe, he's creating his Frankenstein's monster, his Frankenstein's creature, Adam, whatever you would like to call him. And the moment this thing steps out in the sun for the first time, it's one of the most beautifully shot things I've ever seen on TV. It's just, it has an inherent wonder about it, like magic, and all we're seeing is a bloke stepping out in the sun. Just that somebody could convey that onto film that well, that basically somebody's birthing into the world. It's just, The series as a whole is very satanic, it's very Covenant. The first series, and I've been having issues at the moment because I usually refer to shows as a series and the separate installments seasons, but you know, British shows call them series. Like, this is the first series, that's the second series, and it's been a half American, half British production. But never you mind, I'm just rambling. There's so many plots and twists and little fuck me ups in this show. You should go watch it as soon as it becomes digitally available. I don't know if it is anywhere yet. Go watch it. But I have a slight gripe. The show got stopped after the 3rd run, and I felt it wasn't done yet. They probably knew they weren't getting any more episodes because the series ends very definitive. A major character death, a poem being recited at the end, and literally the words "the end" appearing in screen. But several characters were still in development as not being there where they're supposed to be yet. Frankenstein had just let go of a version of his love. Frankenstein's love is really twisted and perverted, and not perverted as in he's a dirty man who likes boobies. No, it's a man who brings dead people back to life. He can't be right in the head. Dr. Hyde had just been introduced in the last series, and we find out he's a psychiatrist who uses chemicals to, adjust the behaviours of the dangerously criminally insane. Like if Batman was Indian. Oh, by the way, Dr. Jekyll is Indian in this. But we never actually see Dr. Jekyll turn into Mr. Hyde. We get a sly reference at it towards the end where he inherits his father's estate, being the Hyde Park estate. But it just stops right there. Frankenstein's creature, like I mentioned earlier, he's been on a journey of self-discovery, like, who am I? Am I a man? Am I a monster? He's a bit mopey, but, I would be if I was an undead monster. So he deals with some severe trauma towards the end, and you're left hanging. Is he ever going to be, a form of happy? Is he ever going to be able to achieve that? And this amazing concept that I fell in love with, that the devil has a brother, but not in the way like supernatural, like, oh, this is the devil's brother, his name is Chris, he's more evil than the devil. No, it's like they purposefully play him up as a counterpart, but still very much so evil. And while they'll deal with the devil's brother, Satan, well, he does do things, but he never actually gets, too much into the plot. So there's too many threads left hanging, and this really grieves me. I am sad that the series has stopped by now, and I only discovered it was going to stop by the time it was airing, or it was airing by the time I was catching up on it on my DVR. But, and this is a big but, because I love big buts and I cannot lie. Sometimes it's better for a show to stop at its peak than to, keep on going for another 3-4 series and then run everything completely dry until the actual grease stops and things catch fire and people run around screaming like, yeah, well, exactly that. Like a bad sentence that starts off in a decent metaphor which ends up in a completely nonsensical non sequitur. Yeah, one of those. In the end, I'm happy I've watched Penny Dreadful, and I actually think it's one of the biggest quality TV shows we've had in the last couple of years. And I'm happy we still have Better Call Saul, because there's very little else on TV that I find of about the same level. Sure, there's entertainment, but some things are just slightly elevated above the rest. So I encourage you, if you love old-timey British dramas, if you love gothic horror monsters, if you like not seeing my face on camera, then you should have stopped this video like ages ago and just watched Penny Dreadful instead. Right, if you think I'm an idiot and I've just been rambling about one of the most overrated shows ever, insult me in the comments. Don't subscribe to me. It's just a waste of time. Don't find me on social media. Don't find my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/DutchSticker. Don't find me on Twitter, which is @DutchSticker. Don't find me on Tumblr, which is DutchSticker@tumblr.org, something like that. Don't use Tumblr that much, but I'm everywhere. Don't find me on Google+. Just don't find me. Just leave me alone. I'm absolutely paranoid, and I got these delusions that I'm being stalked, and if you contribute to that, I might just have to be, go to the police and say, well, I'm pretty sure somebody on the internet has just, called me a pretty little bitch. Yeah.
Jason versus Leatherface. Fight! Friendship! Friendship? Again?
Shutdown initiated.